While the war with the Mughals continued, Adil Shah of Bijapur died. This opened up a whole new horizon for Shivaji. The Muslims of Bijapur went against each other in pursuit of power. Shivaji was waiting for this opportunity. Aurangzeb was occupied with his northwest troubles. It was at this time, Shivaji crowned himself king, and set himself up as a sovereign prince. This coronation is a landmark in the history of India. It was the great Marathi scholar, Vishveshwar, expressed his opinion that he should be the Lord of Umbrella, or Chhatrapati. All the principal men approved of it. Shivaji coronation took place according to Vedic rites, and he ascended the throne. It was a historic day. During this period Jijabai passed away. She had been a great source of inspiration for Shivaji in his lifelong struggle. Sambhaji was a man of headstrong nature. He was not given much prominence by the ministers of Shivaji. And also his stepmother was working in her own son's favor. Diler Khan seized this opportunity and successfully convinced Sambhaji to join their sides by making him a Mansabdar, giving him the title of Raja. This gave a severe blow to Shivaji, but being a great leader of men, he didn't lose his nerve. He kept his efforts to persuade his son to return home. But meanwhile Diler Khan and Sambhaji attacked the Maratha fort of Bhupalgad. The fort was unnerved at seeing Shivaji's son leading the attack. They couldn't defend the attack, thus the fort fell into the Mughal hands. Shivaji took stern disciplinary action measures and punished the commandant. The lesson was duly conveyed to all garrisons and military posts in the state. On the other side, on the death of Raja Jaswant Singh, Aurangzeb tried to detain his newly born son Ajit Singh and acquire the state. But the Rajputs rescued the boy and carried him away. Aurangzeb left to Ajmer to deal with the Rajputs, but Udaipur and Jodhpur united and put up a spirited fight. This illustrates Aurangzeb's policy of treating Hindus as second-class citizens. He directed to spreading the law of Islam and overthrow the practice of infidels. He issued orders to collect commutation money from non-Muslims. He also allied with Muslim orthodoxy and pursued a discriminatory policy against the Hindus. In the same time, Diler Khan started plundering towns and squandering public money. Sambhaji protested against these senseless acts. Diler Khan, even with Sambhaji with his side, couldn't make any impression among the Marathas. Sambhaji now started repenting the rash step taken by him in joining Mughals. At Shivaji's persuasion he escaped from the Mughal camp at Athni and arrived at Panhala. Shivaji, on hearing his son's arrival at Panhala, hurried there to meet him. It was a touching reunion, where his repentant son fell at the feet of his father. Shivaji performed thread ceremony in marriage for his younger son Rajaram. He wanted to make final arrangements regarding Sambhaji, but fate had willed otherwise. Soon after the ceremony he fell ill. Some attribute this to anthrax, some to typhoid. After a short illness, the extraordinary king breathed his last. With the upbringing of his mother Jijabai and the guidance of his guru, Samarth Ramdasji, Shivaji never faced shortage of anything in his life. He was the king of people, a motivating and an ideal leader for centuries to come. But above all, he was the man of fine and honorable character. His life story got recorded in the books of history as an example. Make sure to subscribe, so you don't miss out on my future videos. The more subscribers I get, again the better and more content I can continue making. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.